Hey Lucy, it's Tuesday and today I'm doing my response to your slang video. So I want to start off by saying that I'm really jealous of you right now because you did so much better than I did. I did really bad. I didn't know what any of the words meant, but spoiler alert, most of your guesses were right. I guess I will get started in telling you just how well you actually did. So your guesses for all ears and all nighter were both spot on, and your creeper one, I did not know that that was a type of shoe over there. That's really weird. But your second guess that it was, after you said that it was a shoe over there, it is a creepy person. I use the word a lot, and it's just basically when there's a just person that is creepy. You don't have to know them. They can be a stranger. They can be someone you know. It doesn't matter. If they're just a creepy person, you say that they're a creeper. And it is used in a negative sense. You do not want to be called a creeper. That is a bad thing. If you are a creeper, that means people do not want to be around you because you are extremely creepy and you probably make them feel uncomfortable. Once again, you knew what dis meant. You were totally right on that. I figured a lot of these words were probably going to be ones that you guys used over there too. But your guess for downer, it was pretty much right. In the drug sense, when you come down from a high, a downer just basically means that something is depressing. So you could really use it in reference to anything. It doesn't really explain that you're upset. It kind of explains that something else is upsetting. So you could maybe be watching a movie and a character dies and you're just like, man, that's a downer. That was really depressing. So you kind of use it to describe something that is depressing. You say that it is a downer. On the same wavelength, I don't even really know how to explain what this means. You were kind of on the right track there at the beginning. It doesn't have anything to do with swimming, but at the beginning, it kind of means when you're on the same wavelength, it's kind of like when you and your friends are both thinking the same thing, like right as you say something, they're like, I was just thinking the exact same thing. You would say you're on the same wavelength. You both think the same way, kind of thing. I love slang that you don't understand. It's like I know what it means, but I don't know how to actually explain it. This is my life in a nutshell. I don't know how to explain anything. I'm so bad at explaining things. You were right on with psyched and good sport. So I'm really proud of myself for completely stumping you with bombed. That kind of made me excited because it was the first word that you had no clue what it meant. This is actually a word that my friend that I room with, she always gets confused. The best way to explain what bombed means is to say that it means the opposite of nailed, which you knew what nailed meant. So nailed and bombed are opposites. So if you nailed it, like you said, it means you got it. You're like spot on, like, yes, I aced that. Perfect. Nailed it. Bombed is the complete opposite. If you bomb something, that means that you did awful. You did really bad. And I guess you can think of it in the context of if something gets bombed, it gets destroyed. So if you bomb something, you did really, really bad. So a lot of the times I use this in the context of when I take a test or when I take an exam. You basically, if you do good on the exam, you would say that you nailed it. If you do bad on the exam, you say that you bombed it. For some reason, I really like the word bombed. So another one that I stumped you on is it's all, which I didn't think that you would know what this one meant, but I have mentioned it once in a video, so I was wondering if you would remember or not, which you didn't. And don't worry, I'm not feelings are not hurt or anything. It's all is actually, it's not an American slang. It's a Pennsylvania Dutch slang, which I'm Pennsylvania Dutch. If you don't know that, I think I've mentioned that a couple times, which basically Pennsylvania Dutch is just like when, I guess, the Dutch came over to America and settled in Pennsylvania. Their ancestors became Pennsylvania Dutch, and I'm Pennsylvania Dutch. I don't know how far down I am, but my mom is, and a lot of the Pennsylvania Dutch. Oh, and by the way, I don't speak Dutch. That's a thing that I don't speak Dutch. I'm too far down the chain of Pennsylvania Dutch to speak Dutch. But my mom doesn't either. I don't think my grandma does. Maybe my great grandparents or something. But there's a lot of slang kind of things, or it's not exactly slang, it's like terms used with the Pennsylvania Dutch, a lot of sayings. And it's all is one of them. This is one of the things I did not know, that it was particular term used until I actually met my friend Emily, and she's Pennsylvania Dutch too, and we connected on the fact that it was a Pennsylvania Dutch term, and that our other friend who was in Pennsylvania Dutch that I room with had no idea what it meant. It's all means that like it's something's gone. There's no more of it. So it's like it's all gone. This is commonly used in the context of food items. So maybe if you go to get a drink and all of the pop is gone, like there isn't any soda left, you would say like, hey mom, the soda's all. Used a lot with kids. If you're eating something, you know the kids like to eat out of your plate and stuff. So you're eating something, and you know, kid comes up, oh, can I have some? And you're like, no, sorry, it's all. That's your way of saying that there isn't any left. You just say it's all. Now that I've realized that this isn't a term like used by many people, I realize how weird it sounds, but that's what it means. It's all means that something's gone. You don't have to say it's all. You can say like the soda's all, the chips are all, anything like that, which just means that they're gone. There aren't any left. Oh, I've forgotten what it was now. So you were right on with dough and bucks and jinx and munchies. Lucy, I do not know why all of my slang sounds like druggy talk. I have no idea. Maybe it was the high school I went to, the town I live in. I do not do drugs personally, but I did go to school with people that did. So maybe that's why. It's not intentional. It's one of those things that I don't even realize, but it does sound very, very drug-y talk. Oh. It's no wonder people think that I do drugs. I don't. I really don't. On edge means that you're like antsy about something. I don't know, that might be slang too. On edge, you're anxious about something. So say, or you're stressed. You could say that. So say you have like some huge exam and you're really freaked out that you're gonna do bad. You could say, oh, I'm really feeling on edge. It's basically the same thing as saying that you're stressed out, you're on edge. It basically means the exact same thing. So that's what on edge means. And once again, you were spot on with my bad, gibberish, and like, which like, you were right in what it meant, but I think you called it a hedge or something. We call it a filler. I don't know if, I just figured I'd throw that in there, some more American terms. That's what I call it anyway. But you were right that Americans use like and kind of interchangeably. It's just kind of a filler, which means you have a space that you need a few moments to think of what else to say, so you just kind of fill that empty space with or like. So that's, we call them fillers. They're just words you say that don't actually mean anything, which is what like has become in America. I don't know how it happens, but we say like a lot. I do it, and I hate that I do it, but it's so hard to not do it. I also say a lot, and it drives me crazy. I try so bad not to do it, but I still do it. And especially when I edit my videos and I hear how much I do it, it drives me crazy, and I hate it so much. Sometimes I hate being American. It's just like, see, I just did it. All right, Lucy, so you did really well. I'm not sure what your score is or anything like that. I didn't tally it up or anything, but I'm pretty sure that you got the majority of them right. I'm pretty sure there was only like 2 or 3 that you didn't know what they meant, and the rest of them you either knew or you guessed correctly. So congratulations, you were an expert in American slang. I'm giving it to you as an American. Make like formal, you are an expert in American slang. I, however, am not an expert in American or British slang. I'm really bad with slang. A lot of the time people say things and I don't know what they mean, especially with the abbreviations. I'm so bad with abbreviations. Please don't abbreviate stuff to me. I don't know them at all. The freaking text message language, I always have to ask people what it means. LOL is like the only one I use, and like BRB. But besides, oh my god, okay. I'm just so bad at that. Alright, Lucy, that is the end of the video. I will see you on Thursday.